subscribe and press 1 now.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Or I should say, I'm back because I've been gone, y'all. I have been gone. But if you follow me on my other social medias, you can see what I'm doing, and I be posting there. It's just YouTube. The anxiety keeps on trying me. But I'm here and we're going to get into it. So today, as you know by the title, is my sewing room tour. Now, my sewing room tour is not an aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, it's not that. I wish it could be, but let's just be honest. I actually be sewing. So it's not that. It's not giving that at all. But it is functional and it's doable. So the space isn't that big. This is just a spare bedroom that we have in our house. This is a 13 by 13 room. And that's it. So I'm going to show you my sewing room. So this is my main workstation. Up top, I just have like my head because I do make wigs and figures. Sometimes I have to make things. And this is my son's toy sewing machine because sometimes he'll come in here and he'll play with that. Right here is what I call my Lula scraps. And it's just a whole bunch of scrap fabrics, enough to make like toddler and children garments. So I usually make toddler garments and baby garments free with purchase of a male garment. Right here is where I keep some of my extra threads. This is coasters that I've made out of resin. I was making coasters, and yeah, these are the ones I use for in here. Of course, you gotta keep your little Bible on deck, and my son sometimes comes in here. So we have scripture learning flashcards by Kingdom Goals. Yes, I absolutely love these flashcards for him, and these are just word flashcards to keep him occupied when he's in here with me, because I am a mommy first. And here is a bunch of buttons and stuff. I'm not really gonna open that up too much. But also we have in here jewelry making. So I have like earrings that I've made, backings, cutter tools, stuff like that. It's all in here. And then my super cool glasses. Let me show you these bad boys. So these bad boys, like I can't even see you guys right now. So basically now I can see you guys, but these glasses kind of like help like when like I've been sewing for like days on end and I need a break on my neck. So they're so cool, and sometimes, you know, I just put them on for fun. But anyway, isn't that cool? So on my desk we have my two main sewing machines, which is my serger and this cheap brother. So like when I tell you, you do not need an expensive machine to start, this one is literally dirt cheap. I've made so many garments just using this machine right. So you might be asking, what is this and what does it have to do with sewing? So the serger, when you serge, usually it creates a lot of dust, particles, stuff like that. So like I'll try to, you know, dump it on into this container right here. And so what I do is I just stuff it all into here, or whatever like little scraps that I have. So that way I'm not being wasteful, and then it makes like a little stuffed animal. I already have one of these that are complete. I'll show it to you. So behind here I have like some scissors and some snippers. Of course, scissors, clippers and other little doodads are inside of here. Pins, my phone charger, and yeah, so this is what I keep like right next to me. Over here in this corner is like storage and stuff. So like these top two drawers, they just have like extra scissors and stuff or whatever. And then at the top up here is where I keep like a basket of remnants of fringes. And in there I keep all my receipts. And then I have like my eyelash serum and eyebrow serum, which you can find on my website. And then I have my other embroidery machine. It's an embroidery machine and a sewing machine, and I keep it stowed away over here. And in here I have a serger, and then if you look right back there, you'll see another serger. So I have a total of 3 sergers. Next to my sewing machines, I have my shirt forms for like when I'm doing painted murals on t-shirts. And then I have my stabilizer for my embroidery machine. Over here is where I keep my embroidery machine, and this is an embroidery and sewing machine, so all I have to do is just take this part off and then it becomes a regular sewing machine, and it's the same thing as the one over there. But above there I keep my hoops, a lint roller, some extra scissors, and then my whiteboard. Over here I might like draw out some ideas and stuff, but usually it just reminds me of what all I have to do. Like, do not allow these garments to stress you out. Remember the fruits of the spirit. Pray before working. Listen to a class when frustrated. You got this, girl. Breathe. And definitely no coffee after 2 p.m. That's the rule. So this was my first vinyl garment ever that I made for my son, just playing around with like the vinyls. So I just kind of have it hanging here as a reminder of my starting point. It was not very neat, not very you know. Right underneath is my Cricut station. So this is where like if I need to do like heat press or iron on things, I can do that. In this corner I have this like waste basket full of vinyls. So like this is red, this is black and gold, you know, basically like anything that's like almost a full roll and that was tall and couldn't fit into the bins that were underneath my storage. This is the part of my sewing room that actually be killing my back up until I made this like ghetto contraption. So this is the legs of my sewing table. This is just a regular picnic table that you can buy, and I just added these really hard kind of like toilet paper rods, but they're not. It's just like cardboard circles, and I just put them on there to rise it up off the ground because I was having some back pains. But now that I've done that, it's eased up the pain off my back. I keep my ruler, some, you know, some scripts on deck at all times. She layeth her hand to the spindle. Some of my, I also keep like, you know, some of my artwork, like all praises to the Most High, growing. This is a picture I did of my husband before he cut his hair. And then my son, he graduated pre-K. So yeah, so I have 2 cutting mats, one that is a 36-inch and this one is 18-inch. I also have this table topper that I keep, and so like if I needed more space, I would just lay her out on the table and get to work, you know. So this right here can also help me, you know, put things out, cut it up, everything like that. So now we're underneath my table, and this is just extra fabric, a whole bunch of extra vinyls that I have, which are also in the corner. I don't know if we went over there yet or not, but in here, fabrics and more vinyls. I have a lot of vinyls. And I keep them stored in here. And then here, I worked at Joann's and got a whole bunch of patterns galore. So if you need some patterns, I got you. So in here, I keep a lot of like trims, And then down here, I keep my furs. I also got some trims. So my phone died in the making of this video. So yeah, I just realized the lights weren't on this whole time, but I'm not redoing it. So continue on watching the rest of the video with the lights on this time. So since my phone is charging still and I don't want my adrenaline rush or coffee rush to come out of me, we're gonna continue on with the video. So over here is my female mannequin. She's wearing a male garment. Please don't judge her. I have this makeshift box that has like ideas that I've had in like my head, or like I might have started something and then just not completed it, like this. Underneath that, I have this thing, and this is just basically scraps. This is all in the color gold because gold is the color that's used a lot. And I also have black, and then I have miscellaneous colors in the other ones. And I do that because I do not like to waste. I do not want to waste fabric at all. At all. So you guys will be seeing some small things that I'll be making with scraps to kind of just like save, you know, the planet in a way. Yeah, I'm not saving the planet, but you know, just to kind of make sure I'm not being wasteful, because I don't want to be wasteful in anything that I do. Also, this is my makeshift backdrop. I made this, I use this for like my armbands. If you see my armbands on a gold background, this is it. And my female mannequin, she was my first mannequin. So like you used to see my old garments, they were sitting on a girl with some tatas. But now I have Peter Luke, you guys, Peter Luke, and Peter Luke wears them, and everybody be coming for him. They were like, "Oh, this white man, he is not a white man. Stop it, stop it." Okay, but anyway, back to what we were doing. My fabrics up, and they go right here. I can kind of see them. Yeah, and then in here are like little scraps or like things that like I have, but like, you know, they're small scraps, projects for myself. And then in here I have a galore of zippers. Like these are zippers. I have so many zippers. Even got some more zippers. Like these are just zippers galore. You guys gotta turn your eyes while I push this in there. So over here is where like I keep my my ironing board. It also collapses even smaller if I need be, like that. And I can carry it with me, take that, push this down, and it's really small and compact. I can use it on a table. It also has like these little legs, you know. But I have this for like hanging things, like when I'm in the middle of like projects and stuff. I can use this like if I have a lot of little stuff. I can just kind of clip, and then I have more space. I am a mommy first. Well, I'm a wife first, and a mommy second. So I do have like things that are here for my son. Like this is a busy binder to keep him busy. This room is a leaven-free room. Only type of leaven that is allowed in this room is like something like this. Like this is a Diet Coke. I know it's bad. That's it. Because obviously I can throw that away. Cups I can throw away. But I don't do food in here just because, you know, I'm working for most of the time Passover season. So because of that, I don't want leaven all everywhere, and it just makes it easier. So like in this room, there's no snacks, drinks only, and yeah. And even then, sometimes barely ever. But yeah, busy binder. This was also by Kingdom Goals. So yeah, you know, I'm going to always support the Hebrew businesses. So definitely check them out. But let's take a little bit more in-depth, I guess, look. But not too much because we don't got time for the judgments, okay? This drawer right here carries like majority of my ribbons. I have a lot of ribbon. The drawer underneath it, now this one has a little bit of everything. Come look. So in this drawer, I have like my studs, some diamonds, stuff like that. Colorful ones, like if I'm doing ephods, and these things for when I'm making armbands. So I have like a lot of other little doodads like in here, like clasps and stuff for when making capes and stuff. So stuff like that is in there. That's my sewing room. It's not the coolest sewing room in the world, but it gets the job done, and it makes me happy. So shalom, see you in the next video, which I already know y'all want a tutorial. I got you. Hey, can you see me? I'm back. If you're not already, go follow me on all my social medias. All right, like and subscribe.